Well, good morning and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to try to find out how good a ceramic coating actually works. As you might be able to tell here is I must have driven over a newly painted stripe in the road, and I got white paint on my black car. Now, as soon as I saw this, I ran to a nearby do-it-yourself car wash where you can spray your car off and so on, and I basically used some pre-soak and then I pressure washed it for about 10 minutes. I didn't get everything, but a lot of it has actually been coming off from just spraying the car. And that is, of course, because it is ceramic coated. Well, you see here, still got a bunch here. There's a lot in the wheel well, which, I mean, yeah, it's not optimal, but I don't obviously care as much about that. There's some underneath here. So my pressure washer at home is a whole lot better, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash the car, I'm going to spray it off real good first, and then we're going to see how much of this white paint we can get off without having to do like a paint correction. I still have some white paint here in the rear, but I sprayed the whole rear of the car because I had, you know, like flakes of white paint. Still have some right here. Hopefully that comes out on camera. Yeah, it's pretty much all over the rear as well. So basically in today's video we're going to see if you can get white paint off a black car by pressure washing it and basically just washing the car if it is ceramic coated. Now it takes a little while, but it's actually coming off. Now hopefully this is coming out on camera, because right here we got white paint as well. We get, you know, it's very tiny little specks all over the car, or specifically on the passenger side, because it was indeed the passenger side where I must have hit this newly painted road stripe line, whatever they call them. So I'm going to take a towel and just dry it off here real quick. It's easier to see what's come off and what has not come off. So you can still see here we got tiny little specks of white paint, so it's a pretty tedious little task we're doing here. You gotta spray and get every little speck. So I'm just gonna keep on going until I have no more white paint on my black car. So as a comparison, in the wheel well lines here, I'm pretty sure that this is not ceramic coated, and we do have paint here as well. And as I'm spraying right on it, it's not really coming off, at least not as easy. Yeah, it's a lot harder. Alright, so as we dry it off here real quick, you can see there's tons of white paint left here on the passenger door. So yeah, this is going to take some time. But I'm happy that it's actually working, it's coming off. We even got some on the door handle here. So you can just peel that off with your fingernail as well. Composer. Oh yeah, that is much, much better. We haven't gotten all of it. There's still a bunch of specks of white paint here, but yeah, it's actually coming off when I'm rubbing with this microfiber towel. It's so bright out, so it's hard for me to see here on my little screen on the camera if the paint's coming out on video, but the power washing is actually helping. And then whatever hasn't come off, you can just scratch it off with your nail. That is a huge, huge relief. And we have a lot of paint underneath here, and this part is not ceramic coated, as you'll be able to tell here. See, it is not coming off as easy, so that's going to be a tougher job. But we still have some here. That comes right off. Yeah, look at the difference from over here and then over here where we still have paint. Alright, so I'm just going to keep on working on the car until we have all this paint off there. So luckily, we only got a teeny weeny bit of paint on the driver's side of the car. But since this part here is completely dry, there's no water on there, we'll just quickly spray here and you'll definitely be able to see how easy this paint comes off on the ceramic coated parts of the car. Look at that. That's awesome. Again, a lot harder here on the wheel well, and especially inside the wheel well, because those parts, goes without saying, they're not coated. Now, preferably, you should of course have your whole car wrapped with PPF as well. I only have a full front wrap, which means I have the front bumper, the hood, the front fenders, and the side mirrors. Because if it's really, really bad and it won't even come off with power washing and scrubbing and all kinds of stuff, I mean, one thing you could do is remove the expel and then your paint will still be completely okay. But with the ceramic coating, at least it helps, as you guys can see, and I'm very grateful for that. Alright, so what I'm going to do now after spraying it off, I'm going to do my regular car wash routine. I'm going to use my foam cannon, and then we're going to obviously use a mitt as well, do a proper cleaning of the car. Then we'll dry it off, and then we'll see how much is left, and then we'll go from there. That is so much better. Still a couple flakes here and there, but I know that I can get them off if I just keep spraying. Just a good thing here. But we've just sprayed it off. We're going to wash it with a mitt as well, and then we'll see the end result once we're done. Alright, so after spraying it off for a long time and then doing a full wash with a mitt, it's time to spray it off here once again. But I always get a lot of questions on what I use to wash my car, and everything is always listed in the description, so if you want to check it out, feel free to do so. So here's another thing I love about having a ceramic coated car. Water just beads off. It's amazing. And it's super easy to air dry your car with a leaf blower as well. In my experience, leaf blowers don't work as well unless the car is ceramic coated, because they're not meant to blow off of a surface like this. I have another air dryer specifically for cars, but when it's ceramic coated, we are, however, going to use a microfiber towel today as well, just to try to get these paint stains off of here, the ones that are left. So after washing the car, spray and with a wash mitt, we do see that I missed a couple spots here, but this is how easy they disappear. That's a scratch. So look at that. There's a big scratch here too. Now, since the sun is shining outside, I'm going to dry the car off real quick here. I don't want to get water spots. Alright, so she's all dried up, and here's another reason why a ceramic coating is so amazing. I can see myself in the paint because the gloss you get from the coating is just, I mean, it's bar none. But as we can see here on the tires, tons of paint left. It's hard to get it all out of the wheel wells. I'm not too worried about the tires because that's just another reason to do a burnout that'll just go away on its own. But on this side here is where it was the worst, and hopefully that comes out on camera here. There are tiny little specks here and there, which just goes away by me picking at them. To compare with right underneath here, where the car is not coated, it's very hard to get this off. So we're gonna have to do something completely different, like buff it out. I'll probably end up taking the car back to blackout tinting where I had it coated and let them do the buffing. I'm not a buffing expert. I know how to wash a car, that's about it. But I can pretty much say that at least 95% of the paint that was splashed on the car, here on the rear quarter panel as well, was removed by me just using a power washer. And it would be 10 times harder if the car wasn't coated. Got a lot of paint here in the wheel wells as well. I took a long time spraying here, but still haven't removed everything. So today's video was not planned whatsoever. I wasn't planning on filming today at all. But then when this happened, I completely freaked out. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I took it down to the do-it-yourself little car wash place there and got the worst part of it off. And then took the car home, cleaned it. All the paint that was here, well, maybe a little underneath here, is gone as well. So thank God that my car is ceramic coated. And this isn't a video sponsored by them in any way. If you live in this area, you can go check them out. But wherever you're located, definitely go check out the nearest place that do ceramic coatings if you've been interested in something like this. It's definitely worth the money. I would say it costs around 500 bucks to get a regular sized car ceramic coated. So yeah. I don't know much else to say. I'm going to take the car and drive it around the block to get this surface rust off the rotors. Then we're going to apply some tire shine, of course. The car looks good once again, although it's not perfect. This will be taken care of eventually. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up if you're stopping by for the first time and you haven't already. And you want to, please subscribe. Go get your car ceramic coated. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.